Hey there, movie fans. The first topic I'm going to discuss today is the news that Warner Brothers is sitting out of the Comic Con. I think James Gunn confirmed in a tweet that he's not going to this Comic Con. He said most likely they'll be at the next Comic Con, and I'm not surprised by this news because you already had Sony, Disney, Marvel Studios, Netflix, Universal all back out of it. So, and I'm also not surprised because you have a writer's strike going on. That's the other thing is that you have a writer's strike. You have rumors that actors might go on strike next. And if they go on strike, but you don't have any actors, you can like come out to promote your movie. You can't really set any dates with the writer's strike right now going on. So it's like I understand why all these studios are backing out of this Comic Con. I mean, I definitely think next Comic Con you're going to see all the studios back. But I get it right now with the writer's strike. It's just you can't really talk about you can't talk about some of these upcoming movies when you don't really have a film date or a script yet or like anything to really show. So it sucks, but I get it at the same time. Next topic I want to discuss is they put out Dune, the trailer for Dune Part Two. I love Dune Part One, the first movie. I never read any of the books, but I heard they're pretty accurate to the books the first movie was. So I'm not sure. But I thought this trailer was fantastic. Like I love the visual style of it, and it looks like they amped up the accent. Like for people who felt like the first movie was a little slow or more setup, I felt like it was like half a movie. Feels like in this one they amped up the accent definitely. Like I said, visually looks great. The story looks great. I loved all the characters from the first movie, and I love the world of Dune. And I'm excited for all the new actors. Christopher Walker, Thanos Pugh. I mean, Christopher Walker has one of my favorite lines in the trailer. Is like, "If fire was weak," I love that line because it looks like he's gonna play a great villain. So it just the story looks great. Like I said, like I can't wait for Dune Part Two. I thought this was a fantastic trailer that made you really excited and hyped up, and it felt like an event. It feels like an event, really, something you want to see in theaters. So I can't wait for this movie. The next thing I want to talk about is the news that Dune Part 3 has been confirmed. Now, I'm not surprised by this because if Dune Part 2 turns out to be great like the first movie and does really well at the box office, I can see them making a franchise out of this because of the fact it's based on a book series. So I know there's like prequels, spin off books. So there's obviously more story to tell, and I'll definitely be down for more stories in this world. So I will be definitely up for another Dune movie if Dune 2 turns out to be really good. The next thing I want to talk about is Spider Verse producers saying they might delay this movie if they had to. And I know the news that came out about like 100 animators that quit. The working conditions were kind of harsh because they were working like to the last minute. And there's two reasons why I don't have a problem with this. First, one reason why it sucks. Two reasons is that it'll make it easier for the people who work on the movie. Like I said, it sounds like the working conditions for some people weren't exactly great working on this movie. So I'll probably fine when you give them more time. And that's then other thing is that like I don't want them to bust out this movie when the first two have been so great. I want them if it gets delayed, I want them put out a great movie instead of busting the movie out and it turns out to be just okay or terrible. But it also sucks at the same time because the second movie was left on such a major cliffhanger that it's like it would suck to have to wait longer. But I wanted to get a great movie than a worse movie. The next thing I want to discuss is the fact that James Mangold was going to direct an all-rated Boba Fett movie a while back. I gotta say, I would have been down for this because James Mangold, who's done 4 v Ferrari, Logan, Copland, 310 to Yuma, he's a fantastic director. And I've never really been that into the Boba Fett character in the original trilogy. I didn't really love the character until Mandalorian season 2, which I felt like, okay, I can see why he's badass. And then they did a book of Boba Fett, which I thought sucked, and they made him kind of like incompetent, where he just seems like he couldn't like do anything. I felt like he was like a terrible boss too. Like they made him look really weak and goofy. Like he was kind of an idiot at times. So like they toned him down definitely. Like if they said we're doing an all Boba Fett movie with James American, like I would have been down for that. So it sucks it never happened because maybe we would have gotten a Boba Fett from season 2 of the Mandalorian that I personally wanted to see in his own show, not what we got in Book of Boba Fett. But yeah, it's interesting to hear that, and it sucks to hear that at the same time because I think it would have been a really cool movie. That's all the movie needs. Until next time, movie lovers.